Have you ever seen the crypto community collectively hold its breath? That's exactly what just happened. One moment, the Pi network was celebrating a massive milestone with the launch of a whopping $100 million startup fund. And the next moment, boom! The price of Pi drops like a rock, 25% gone in just 24 hours. That kind of fall is more than just a dip. It's a loud signal, a flare shot into the sky that has everyone, from the hardcore pioneers to the casual holders, wondering what's going on behind the scenes. Is this just a blip, or are we heading straight into another prolonged bearish stretch? In today's video, we're diving headfirst into the latest price action shaking the Pi network community. From market signals like the infamous 20-day EMA to the ominous whispers of a return to 40 cents, we're breaking down every important signal you need to know about. Plus, we're decoding what this means for Pi's future in the open mainnet world and what might actually be brewing beneath the surface of all this volatility. So, let's start with this. Do you think this 25% drop is just temporary panic or the start of a deeper correction? Let me know in the comments. And if you've missed any of the latest Pi network development, catch up by checking out my previous videos. Link is right there in the description below. Drop Pi network to the moon along with your country name in the comment section to let the world know we're still standing strong despite the shakeups. And hey, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel. That's the best way to support us as we bring you daily deep dives and real-time updates about Pi network news, Pi network price prediction, KYC problems, migration to mainnet issues, and so much more. Make sure to join our Telegram group and Facebook page too. The links are below. A quick reminder, this video is for entertainment purposes only and does not serve as investment advice in any way. Alright, let's get started. And just like that, the Pi network is back in the spotlight, but this time, not for the reasons most would hope. After announcing its ambitious $100 million venture fund aimed at supporting innovative projects within the Pi ecosystem, the crypto world expected fireworks. This was supposed to be a power move, a declaration that Pi network was ready to push its open mainnet era into full throttle. But what followed instead? A 25% price nosedive within a single day. That's not just volatility. That's a statement from the market, and it's screaming uncertainty. Now let's talk numbers, but without all the jargon. At the heart of this current dip is something traders watch like hawks, the 20-day exponential moving average, or EMA. Think of it like a heartbeat monitor for Pi's price over the last 20 days. When things are healthy, Pi's price stays comfortably above it, but right now, it's on the edge, barely holding on. If it slips below this line, it signals a loss of short-term strength, and in the world of crypto, that kind of crack can quickly turn into a collapse. This isn't just theory. The 20-day EMA has actually been doing a good job recently acting like a soft pillow for Pi's price, catching it during dips, offering just enough support to bounce back up. But the moment that pillow disappears, well, that's when traders usually panic and the price tends to drop fast. But here's the twist. This whole event is unfolding right after the Pi Network Ventures announcement. Think about the timing. A groundbreaking $100 million fund drops, and instead of flying high, the price sinks. That's not just market mechanics, it's investor sentiment playing out live. The buzz didn't turn into bullish action, and that silence says a lot. Adding fuel to the bearish fire is the balance of power, or BOP, another market indicator. And right now, it's screaming, sellers are winning. With a current reading of -0.14, this means the folks offloading Pi tokens are overpowering the buyers. It's a strong sign that people are either scared, disappointed, or simply taking profit and walking away. And all these signals, the EMA flirting with disaster and BOP showing bears in charge, are pointing toward one grim possibility. Pi could be on its way back to its all-time low of 40 cents. Yeah, you heard that right. The same token we saw climb after every small win is now hovering dangerously close to revisiting its weakest price ever recorded. That's like watching a rocket lose fuel just moments after launch. But it's not all doom and gloom. In crypto, the line between crash and comeback is thinner than a thread. We've seen it time and time again. If the bulls decide to step back in, if big holders or institutions see this as a buy-the-dip moment, then Pi could pivot quickly. Some analysts still believe a breakout toward $1.01 isn't out of the question. But let's be real, the burden of proof is on the bulls now. There's another layer to this drama: timing. We're fresh into the open mainnet era. Migration issues, KYC verification delays, tentative approvals, these are still real problems for a lot of pioneers. That kind of uncertainty makes people nervous. If users can't move their Pi, trade freely, or verify accounts, then demand stays soft, and weak demand equals weak price support. And while the launch of Pi Network Ventures is a bold and visionary move, it hasn't yet translated into tangible momentum on the charts. Investors want results, not promises. Until they see real ecosystem growth, actual use cases, and better migration or KYC solutions rolled out, they're likely to stay on the fence, or worse, cash out. So where does that leave us? Right now, Pi Network is dancing on a wire. The next few days are crucial. If the price holds above the 20-day EMA and bulls show up with strength, we could see a bounce back. Confidence would return and maybe even momentum. If Pi's price breaks below support and closes in that danger zone, things could get turbulent. This kind of technical breakdown would signal a major loss of bullish momentum, potentially triggering a wave of panic selling. With support levels crumbling, confidence could erode fast, sending prices spiraling down to retest the 40 cents level. That's not just a number, it represents a potential erasure of months of steady gains and a psychological blow to the community. For many investors, especially those who bought in at higher levels, such a sharp decline could be the final straw. Weak hands, those with less conviction or understanding of Pi's long-term vision, might be shaken out, opting to cut losses rather than ride out the storm. This kind of flush-out isn't uncommon in crypto, where volatility often acts as a stress test for investor resilience. Sentiment can shift quickly, and fear can be just as contagious as euphoria. But let's not forget, this is crypto, a market that thrives on comebacks. We've seen countless projects crash harder and still bounce back stronger. Pi Network still has a growing ecosystem, dedicated community, and long-term vision that could help it recover and reclaim higher ground. So, while a drop to 40 cents would sting, it could also serve as a reset. A chance to rebuild momentum, flush out speculative noise, and refocus on fundamentals that matter. One strong update from the core team, one surprise listing, one ecosystem breakthrough, and the entire narrative changes overnight. That's the beauty and chaos of this space. For now, stay informed, stay patient, and remember, the Pi Network isn't just a token, it's a growing ecosystem, a community, and a movement. This dip, it could be a warning, or it could be an opportunity. Time will tell. So, to wrap it all up, Pi Network's 25% plunge just after launching a massive $100 million fund has everyone watching closely. Key indicators like the 20-day EMA and balance of power suggest we could be entering a bearish stretch, potentially even revisiting the 40-cent zone. But if bullish pressure returns, a recovery to $1.01 is still within reach. Either way, the road ahead is bumpy, and what happens next depends on how the community, developers, and broader market react. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, share, and subscribe. That's how you support us and help us bring you more up-to-the-minute Pi Network news, Pi price predictions, KYC problem solutions, and migration updates. Now here's a question for you. Do you think Pi will bounce back stronger from this drop, or are we heading toward another major dip? Drop your answers in the comments, and if you've got any questions, insights, or just want to share your Pi journey, feel free to post that below too. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.